As-salaam wa-alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Year 3 of the 17 Verses podcast. I'm your host, Maher Haq. In this podcast, we take a small selection from the Quran every day and recite it to you in plain English, so you can get a small slice of God's Word while you go about your day. By averaging 17 verses per day, we're able to break the Quran down into manageable pieces and finish it in 1 year. If you enjoyed the podcast, please help spread the word. Tell your friends and family, subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher, and write us a review. Today's selection is from Surah 4, An-Nisâ, or the Women, verses 105 through 115. These verses talk about establishing justice, warn against slander and falsely accusing innocents, Allah's special favors to the Prophet, and prohibition of secret counsels except in limited circumstances. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful. We have revealed to you the book with the truth, so that you may judge between people in accordance with the right way, which Allah has shown you. So be not an advocate for those who betray trust. Seek Allah's forgiveness, for surely Allah is forgiving and merciful. Do not plead on behalf of those who betray their own souls. Allah does not love the treacherous and sinful. They might be able to hide their crimes from people, but they cannot hide from Allah. He is with them even when they plot by night in words that they cannot approve. Allah encompasses all their actions. You may plead for them in this life, but who will plead for them with Allah on the day of resurrection? Or who will be their defender? If anyone does evil or wrongs his own soul and then seeks Allah's forgiveness, he will find Allah forgiving and merciful. Whoever commits a sin, he commits it against his own soul. Allah is knowledgeable and wise. But if anyone commits a crime and charges an innocent person with it, he shall indeed bear the guilt of slander and a flagrant sin. If Allah's grace and mercy were not with you to save you from their mischief, a group of them were determined to lead you astray. They led astray none but themselves, and they cannot do you any harm. Allah has revealed to you the book and wisdom, and taught you what you did not know. Great indeed is the grace of Allah upon you. There is no virtue in most of the secret counsels of the people. It is, however, good if one secretly enjoins charity, kindness, and reconciliation among people. The one who does this to please Allah will soon be given a mighty reward. Anyone who is hostile to the messenger after guidance has plainly conveyed to him and follows a path other than that of the believers. We shall leave him in the path he has chosen, and cast him into hell, which is an evil refuge. Ameen. This concludes today's episode of the 17 Verses podcast. I hope that this selection helps increase your understanding of the Holy Quran just a little bit. If you like the podcast, you can subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and write us a review. Or you can grab the RSS feed and put it into your own podcast app. The show notes, including a text version of this episode, can be found by going to 17verses.com. That's the numbers 17, VERSES.com. Thank you, and be well.